evening, all you Minties, and welcome back to another episode of Reelz Talk with your host, the amazing Amanda, and my lovely co-host, the Uncanny Omar.
That's right. This is Near Mint Condition. Do we even talk about comics anymore?
Okay, first of all,
if you haven't watched Near Mint Condition, you're like, man, I've been gone for 2 years. I wonder if Omar's still making videos. Oh my gosh, he's doing a live stream. The Greatest Showman. What is he doing? What's happening, my boy?
Well, first of all, it was featured in a comic book movie, if everyone remembers correctly, right before the epic fight scene between Deadpool and Wolverine in Deadpool 3, or Deadpool and Wolverine. As soon as they hit the radio, the first thing is the opening notes of The Greatest Show, which is the first song from the album of The Greatest Showman. So it is and of course, let's not forget that Wolverine is the lead star of it.
Yeah. Okay. Greatest Showman.
Yes.
So if you're not familiar with December, it is the month of baby Jesus, and it's also Amanda's birth month. And for some reason, she has hijacked the entire month to pick, or let you all pick out of her favorite things ever. And this time around, it was The Greatest Showman. And The Greatest Showman was a musical that went up against Moulin Rouge, which I actually got 10 minutes into seeing many years ago, and I couldn't do it. But so I'm glad The Greatest Showman won. Because I would have had to have watched Moulin Rouge if it had not won. Thank you for the super chat, Silhouette Animator. Rest in peace to the No Spidey universe.
Yeah, we're gonna
way to go, Craven, to nail
I don't know if Craven's what nailed in the coffin or the poor performance of Madam Web, Morbius.
Madam Web had Sydney Sweeney, so at least it had
that. Did not make up for it, nor sexy Aaron Taylor Johnson will not make up for this.
Did not say. Plus, and Amanda both sent me the after credit. That's it. Cracked me up.
I don't think it's a real after credits though.
I don't think so either. Although it would be so funny if they did. Which we are debating on going to see Craven, but we also debated on seeing Venom 3, which neither of us have yet to see. I don't think. At least I.
But I feel like we owe it to Craven and to the Sony Spider-Verse.
We don't owe Sony Spider-Verse anything.
Well, you know what they do? They do owe Avi Arad a lot of grief, because this is the second movie he's produced this year that's probably not going to do good at the box office. He also produced Borderlands, if everyone remembers the disastrous box office results of Borderlands. So.
Oh my gosh, was he?
Yep, he was. He was the producer for that too.
Oh gosh. Okay, so let's get back on topic. Tell me about The Greatest Showman. What is it that you loved about it so much that you had to make me watch it?
Okay, so so this week I chose the theme of musicals, because last week was 2000s rom-com. This week is musicals, because they are near and dear to my heart, not just as a former theater kid, but also just I believe all of us deserve to have a life full of music every day. Anyways, but
isn't that why Xander summoned the demon in Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Exactly.
Season 6, was it episode 6? Once More of a Feeling?
Yeah, I think so.
That was his reasoning. He was like, "Oh, I think everybody needs to have some joy and happiness in their life by singing."
I mean, doesn't everyone? So this movie actually came out in 2017. I thought it came out later than that, but it must. My time, I guess, at this point of my age, everything just blurs together. I thought this was more like 2019, 2020. But no, it was 2017. And it came out in December. So it is very appropriate that we are doing the film in December 8th. So was when it premiered. So not too far off, actually, because it's the 11th. And it had a really slow start at the box office. But when Christmas hit itself, then all of a sudden it started to catch a wave, and the music became just earworms that everyone was listening to. It's like kind of like how Hamilton was, things like that. And once it caught on, the movie made a lot more money later on in its run than it did at the beginning of the run, mainly because everyone was off. Now it was the Christmas season, and people started seeing it. That's when I saw this movie, was on Christmas evening, on the evening of Christmas. me and my family went to go see The Greatest Showman and immediately fell in love. It stars, so the premise is the story of P.T. Barnum, who is famous for the circus, Barnum and Bailey. Do they do the circus anymore, or have they gotten rid of this? I don't know if they still, because of animals, and I don't know if they still.
That is a good question. For real, I had no idea that P.T. Barnum was one dude. I thought it was like two dudes. It was P.T. and Barnum all my life up until the movie. Because A, I knew nothing about P.T. Barnum, and B, I'd never seen The Greatest Showman. So up until I watched the movie, I had no idea it was one dude. I thought it was like Hanna-Barbera, things like that. And so I've learned one thing from here.
Yes. So
I think Craven can recreate this magic. The magic of this movie, or the magic of Morbius, or the magic of Madam Web.
It depends. Are they going to play that?
Barnum and Bailey.
Yeah, Barnum and Bailey. Bailey came later on, so it's Barnum and Bailey is the name of the.
Okay, that's what I thought. So the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, wait.
Barnum is his name, and then Barnum and Bailey is the name of the circus. So, yeah. So,
okay. So history.
Yes, history, a real history lesson. Which
voted for Moulin Rouge because Amanda said you were more likely to. Oh my God! Yes, I hate the director of Moulin Rouge. Absolutely awful. Do Spider-Man 2022 movie review right now. 2002.
The first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire.
Did we do that one?
No, we did. We did the third one.
Was it really that bad with the third one? Yeah. I like that one. I saw it in the theater. Like, my wife went to see it 7 times in the movie theater. She liked it more than I did. I've only seen it. I only saw it 3 times in the movie theater.
And I think we had the same.
It has aged a little bit with Macy Grace. Just saying. Everybody forgets about that. Everybody remembers Sam Raimi's quirkiness in the movie, but everybody forgets that Macy Grace is in that movie, aging itself.
The second one's the best. So.
Yeah, I still think the first one is. But let's go back to P.T. Barnum and his story. So why a musical?
It tells a story of P.T. Barnum, who grew up.
My girlfriend, she was begging me to stop singing.
Thank you, Lenny. That's amazing. I love that.
Okay, go on, Amanda.
So he grows up poor in New York City, but he has a dream. He has a dream to make something of himself. And he falls in love with the daughter of a very wealthy man that his father was a tailor for. And so his father ends up dying, and he ends up having to work odd jobs as he grows up. And this is all throughout this song, A Million Dreams Are Keeping Me Away, whatever that song. Anyways, so
God, that song is awesome. That was like,
well, obviously, all the songs are amazing, but except for one thing, I know we'll talk about it. There is Tightrope is not Tightrope. I know Tightrope. And we'll talk about the lip syncing of what's her name as well.
There's some major weird like lip syncing in this movie that I'm like, why? Like with the little guy Tom Thumb.
Well, they clearly
and then it looked like sometimes he was CG, and I was like, yes. Is he really a little person, or is he CG man?
If I remember correctly, I think they CG'd the.
I don't trust anything anymore.
Everything
is CG. So I was at the end. I don't know if that's a real elephant. If P.T.
No, there was a time it was not a real elephant. Like it was CGI. Like he was on a CGI elephant.
When he wrote it at the end.
Elephant. Yeah, for sure. No, that was probably real. When Barnum at the end.
I just literally came into this chat in the middle of work to say this is my favorite movie. Omnibot, you have to say that because he's Australian, and you Australian.
We have all these people who are big Greatest Showman fans. Not what I was expecting. I thought everyone would be boo-hooing that we were doing this. I mean, obviously, is it my favorite?
My thoughts yet.
Yes,
go on.
That's true. I mean, is it my favorite musical of all times? That's movie musical? No. But I'm not going to put Chicago in there because then everyone's going to pick Chicago. And I love that film, but I want Omar to see something he hasn't seen before. So, and that he may or may not like. Have you seen Chicago?
Is that Queen Latifah?
Yes.
Richard Gere? I did watch that one time. I think I was still with my ex-wife at the time, and she wanted to go see it. I just remember Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah was in it.
Yeah, she got a nomination for it. Catherine Zeta-Jones, Richard Gere.
What are we reviewing right now?
Oh my God, If I'd known you didn't watch that except for one time, I would have made sure.
I can't remember anything other than Queen Latifah.
Beautiful. That is a movie musical. Anyways, so basically Barnum ends up marrying this wealthy woman, and she forgoes her family, says bye, I'm gonna marry this guy, I don't care. And he tries to make it working for like a shipping company with all these like boats and stuff. They have two daughters, they're full of dreamers, big dreamers, and he decides to use these the collateral from some ships in the sea and go and get like $10,000 to start up this museum of the macabre. So basically a lot of dead things, those museums of oddities, things that we see around these days. And so he buys a place and he starts this up, and people are interested. But then his daughters suggest that maybe people would come if there was like alive things in this thing. So then he starts to collect people.
What kind of people, Amanda?
Little people, women with beards, very, very large men, Zendaya, and the guy who played what's his name from that the brother is that guy, right? Hold on.
Oh, he looks familiar, and I was gonna ask.
Yes. It's Yahya Abdul-Mateen, who is from Aquaman. He played
like
Black Manta. Yes, but he never speaks in this one, so I was like, it took me a minute because anyways, those movies.
It took me a minute to know remember who she was. I was like, that girl looks familiar. Who is that?
And that is Zendaya.
Oh, Zendaya. Did she really do those tricks?
I think some of them. They had stunt
Was
double.
her face superimposed on a
I think it was a combination of both. I think she did some of it, but then some of the other, like, more, if you're seeing like the shots from far away, that's a stunt double. Same with like Zac Efron, because in that one song, "You Know You Want Me," that's my favorite song.
That's your favorite.
Rewrite the Stars. Oh my god, I love Rewrite the Stars. Anyways, so he collects people of all different types and varieties, and he creates his Barnum's. He doesn't call it a circus yet, and people are immediately drawn to it. And except not.
I'm sorry, Atita's right. Illusion. Not magic. I'm so sorry. They're not tricks. They're illusions.
Yes.
That's on me.
That's on you.
Reminder that you can't review a musical without breaking into a song during the review. I don't make the rules. Sorry. Is that true?
I guess so. I've already done it once.
Well, there you go. Apparently you can. Amanda is proof of that.
I am proof of that. Okay, so there are a lot of people who are fans of this new spectacle that Barnum's created, except there are people in the city who are not fans of it. So there's a lot of protesters outside saying that it's just unusual and weird and, just goes against everything that's normal and that shouldn't be here. And there's an outcry. And then, of course, there's one reviewer in particular who is extremely critical of Barnum's show, and it's constantly saying negative things.
But he appreciated it was really progressive, though. That it was inclusive.
Yeah, he said that later on. He said at the end, after Barnum lost everything, then he said, no, I really appreciate how progressive you're thinking. Now, we will talk about how this does gloss over the actual treatment of, in real life, Barnum and his treatment of these people. Like, during this time, there's a lot of different controversies around that, and they glossed over a lot of things that are very controversial in Barnum's life in order to make a feel-good Christmas musical. I mean, because it came out around Christmas, right? So that is a thing they did. If you ever look up the story, it's not all sunshine.
It was woke. So Omar in real life, I would not have said that. I was just confused about Tom Thumb. I was like, am I looking at a little person or is it CG? And I don't think that's his real voice. So whenever he's dancing, they completely like zoom in on him, and then they do a faraway shot, and he ain't nowhere in the shot. And I was looking because I was like, somebody's gonna like accidentally knock that little dude over. Okay. We'll go back.
Anyways, so all this leads to him finding Zac Efron's character, which is Philip Carlisle. He is he comes from a wealthy family. He's a playwright, has his own plays, but he's a playboy out in the town, likes to gamble his money, drink, and everything like that. Clearly is bored with life. And Barnum offers him a chance to go in as a partner with him because he needs some collateral. He needs money. He needs some financing for this circus to expand. And then we get the great song, The Other Side, which is fantastic. I love that song. One of my favorites. Because I love Zach.
What part of that in the movie is that? Close my eyes and I can see a review. That's waiting up for me. What? Project Viking?
I love that.
How you doing, brother? I know that nerd had to have seen this movie. Of course he did. All right.
Of course he has. So
yeah. I'm the only person that has not seen this movie.
Like I said, I will talk about the box office. Box
office
talk. Yes. So of course Philip is interested. He is very interested when he meets Zendaya's character, who is Ann Wheeler. He falls in love with her, except of course because she is Black, and this is the time period where there is segregation and people aren't accepted.
They mentioned that at the beginning. He's like, people aren't going to look us up on stage.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's like, good. That's why I want to hire you.
So he always turns it out. So anyways, so they're making money. They're doing great things. And then eventually Barnum realizes for him, it's not enough because people just make jokes about him as the peanut guy. And he sees his daughter who wants to be a dancer. One of his daughter's dreams is to become a dancer. So they enroll her in ballet school. Now they have enough money. And some of the girls at the reception behind her back are talking like about her and saying like she cleans up peanuts and all this stuff. And so he tries to make himself more respectable society. So he finds himself this beautiful Swedish singer named Jenny Lind. And I believe this is actually real, played by Rebecca Ferguson.
Oh my gosh, she was absolutely stunning in this movie. Like, look-wise, not vocally. Because I know that's not her singing.
It's not her voice.
There was one time that I thought, none of these people were singing. Because her mouth was off just a little bit. And I was like, is that her singing? So then I looked it up.
She's the only one. Yeah. Lauren Allred is the singer of all of her stuff. Which
Dog did not watch it. I thought if I saw the movie, I'd take Jackman less seriously as Wolverine.
But Cold Dog, you have to understand, Jackman is first and foremost a musical
Wolverine.
Theater. Like before he
filled that in the blank for Amanda.
I mean, he was in Oz. I mean, the boy from Oz. He won a Tony Awards for that. And most recently, apparently, with The Music Man, when they redid it, apparently that's why he's divorced, is because he was secretly hooking up with
this hey, dude, spoilers! God. Hugh Hit brother, he was singing as Gaston before he was the Wolverine.
Yeah, I mean, this is his bread and butter.
You don't have to yell at me and Cold Dog. We know. We just
it doesn't deter. He's still like Wolverine, so like it doesn't like he.
Dude, there was I thought so I watched it in 2 sittings. In between sittings, I had some one-on-ones, and the second time, so my second or the next half of the movie that I watched, was there a Wolverine cameo when he had his hair like Wolverine, or am I tripping?
No.
You don't think so? Because it happens in the scene where he's like going through the fire, and I'm like, did they do this on purpose? Like his hair looks like Wolverine? Maybe I'm tripping. I could be tripping. I don't sleep well at night.
This is not the kind of movie that's going to have Easter eggs like that. I think you are tripping.
Okay, thanks, Amanda. I'm tripping.
You're welcome.
Go on.
Yeah. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends need more singing Wolverine. Which Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends?
The one that Sony canceled. That's the one.
Yeah. Maybe then they would have canceled the
that would have made more money than whatever's going on with all the Sony movies.
Well, without Spider-Man, why even have the movies? Okay. Anyway, so he recruits Jenny Lynn to be the singer, brings her out on stage. They do a tour, and of course, he's infatuated with her because of her abilities, right?
And she looks sharp.
And she's beautiful. But he neglects other parts of his life. He starts to neglect his wife, played by Michelle Williams. He neglects his children. He neglects the circus itself, kind of making Philip having to run the entire thing. And things are heating. You're seeing.
I'm seeing things. Okay, thank you all I see is Wolverine. I'm so sorry. Omar probably wakes up in the middle of the night screaming. Sweats because of Onslaught. Not because of Onslaught. Wolverine. Crap, I'm still at the restaurant. I hope he's being nice, Amanda. Who?
So far, Brent. So far, we haven't.
I was complimenting Rebecca Ferguson looking stunning. So far, that's it.
There we go.
And I thought I saw Wolverine in the film, but apparently I'm tripping.
You are.
Okay, I'm tripping.
Did you trick? Anyway, so and then he neglects the circus as well. Oh, did not watch that. Is that like the DreamWorks knockoff version of Nemo, or is it Illumination? I don't remember which one did that. Probably
I haven't seen that.
No, Blue Sky. It was probably Blue Sky.
I'm on Blue Sky, I think.
No, not Blue Sky Social. Blue Sky, which made the spy movie with Will Smith and Tom Holland before it got bought out by Disney. Okay. Anyway, so he goes on this tour with Jenny Lin, leaves his wife at home, and she sings a little song about how he's, she's walking on a tightrope and blah, blah, blah. Probably the least favorite part of this whole thing for me. Meanwhile, the circus is struggling because obviously it's kind of got its max amount of audience it can get, so they're not getting as many people. And then, of course, the mob of people who dislike this are starting to grow. And it leads to a lot of things. So first, towards the end of this tour, Jenny, Lynn, and Barnum are getting closer, and they get close, and she interprets things differently than he is, and she tries to kiss him, and he's like, no. And then she's mad, and then she stayed because she is such a bitch. She stayed a public display.
Are you calling her that? Because she said no?
No.
Or he said no?
Because he said no, and then she goes and like kisses him on stage in front of everyone where the cameras are, as her like, I'm gonna get you for denying me.
That was her saying goodbye.
So there we go. So he heads back to New York and gets back, and then of course Philip and all of the other people in the circus get in a fight with the mob. They end up, the fire starts at the circus, everything's burning down, and it's a big mess. Barnum arrives, and he's trying to, they're trying to save people, and they realize that Zendaya's character, Anne, is nowhere to be found. So, of course, Zac Efron's character, because they have this back and forth, like, she's like, you can never be with me because your family, no one will ever accept us together in the society, and blah, blah, blah. And so he goes in after her. Unbeknownst to him, she actually just came around from the back, so she's fine. And then everything starts to explode and fall down. So Barnum decides to risk his life to run in and get Philip. He does, but Philip ends up in like pretty much like a coma for a while. He's badly burnt, and everything's gone. The circus is destroyed. And then, of course, the newspapers print all the stories about Jenny Lin quitting, and they have the picture of him and her kissing.
Scandal.
So then, of course,
Scandal.
So then his wife Charity takes the girls, and like, you've
played by Michelle Williams.
Yeah, exactly.
I got it from here, Amanda.
Okay.
Who was with Heath Ledger, and they have a daughter together.
They do.
She was in Dawson's Creek.
Yep, she accepted an Oscar on his behalf when he passed.
I could do this show on my own. And Brokeback Mountain. What else she been in? That one movie that won an Oscar with the Affleck kid that can't act, but for some reason people think he can act. Casey Affleck. Yeah, that dude. She was in the Venom movie. She was She-Venom, right? She-Venom.
Wait, did she? I don't know. I didn't see Last Dance. Was she She-Venom? I don't remember.
Wasn't she She-Venom in the first one? That's how he protects her?
I don't know.
Anyway, Greatest Showman. Go on.
So she leaves and pretty much says like he cares more about himself than anything else. Like she's not like, I don't even think she's even mad about the kiss. Even she's like knows it's not really a thing. She's just mad because he's taken it too far. So Barnum is down in his luck. He gets a nice little talking to from the editor that's been denouncing his circus, and that's where he says like, but I like it makes people happy and it's progressive. So I don't like it, but other people do.
I said that earlier. Yeah,
exactly. So then they have a great scene. He's drinking his sorrows away at the bar. The rest of the circus people show up, and Letty, who is the bearded lady, played by Keila Settle, she gives them kind of like the bare bones, like, stop moping, like get it together. And then they have a great song, From Now On, which Zach Brown Band does an amazing version of it on, like, they do another, there's a different version of, after this became so popular, they made a new, another soundtrack, and it features like different artists. Like Kelly Clarkson does a song, Usher does a song, and then Zach Brown Band. There's a bunch of people. Anyways, so that's a thing, and it's a beautiful song. And he realizes that he's going to go win back his wife. He wins her back. Then Philip wakes up, and hello, Kane.
Welcome to the party, Kane.
Yay!
You gonna be a C2E2 Kane?
Because we will be.
Because we will be, yes. Why is Wolverine singing and dancing? Is this canon?
It is canon now.
It is canon, and I'm gonna prove, Amanda, there is some damn cameo Wolverine in here somewhere.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not tripping.
I mean, technically Greatest Showman is also canon in Deadpool and Wolverine. So there is in a universe a guy who looks like Wolverine playing Hugh Jackman. Anyway, so
almost there.
Okay. Anyway, so he makes up with his wife. Philip wakes up and they all come together and he tries to get back money in order to rebuild, but unfortunately not going to happen. And so Philip's like, you know what? I was smart, and all the money you've been giving to me, like for my like not 50-50, like 25, 70, 75 or whatever, I'm going to take that and I'm going to invest it in you, but we're going to be 50-50 partners. And he's like, you know, investing in real estate in Manhattan's a bad deal. Let's go get some space by the docks. We'll do a big tent. And this is where the actual circus is born. The Round Top we are all familiar with that traveled for many, many years. I just don't know if it does it anymore. And there's the great finale. He ends up handing the reins over to Philip. They all sing and dance. He takes an elephant, takes it down to his daughter's recital. And then there's just a beautiful.
That wasn't a real elephant, apparently.
That one was the little elephant that the.
Oh, okay. Well, you said it wasn't. I don't know what to believe anymore.
That was a real elephant. And then there's the beautiful ending when he's like, you know, you're everywhere you want to be, like, and then he's with his family, and it's a beautiful ending of the film with beautiful songs. And
you should do more musicals.
Should he?
Okay. Yes, I think everything that you said is true about this movie. Those are all facts. Okay, before we get started talking about the review, I don't want to say a fan of musicals. Some of them I'm okay with. Some of them I think are great. I love Little Shop of Horrors and Rocky Horror Picture Show. There's some classics that I really like Singing in the Rain.
Grease?
Grease 1, yeah.
Not yet. Yeah, Grease 1. I'm saying Michelle.
Grease 2, not so much. I will say that first song was absolutely like beautiful. I loved it. What I'm sorry, I can't remember what it was called. It's when they're singing as kids and then they become adults when it comes to.
A million dreams are keeping me awake. That song?
Yeah, but it sounds prettier. You know I was gonna do that. Wizard of Oz, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, and I saw Wicked this weekend, and
I thought that was really pretty, and I thought the rest of the movie was going to be like that. So again, I'm not the biggest fan of musicals. I really like the story, and I wanted to know more about his character. I'm really, really surprised. I also don't know how musicals go. That this movie was only about an hour and 40 minutes or so. Like when it ended, I was like, oh, that's it. I was expecting it to be like 3 hours because I know you love musicals and it could have gone on forever. So when it ended at an hour and 40 minutes, like when they're together, and I'm like, oh, no, what? That's it? I thought there was going to be another act still of them singing in the circus or some closure for some characters, like or exploring different ideas. I don't know. I really like this. Like, I wanted to know more about the character, like his story, or actually the real person. And of course, you gotta glamour it up whenever it's a musical, right? I mean, we're doing a musical. You can't bring all the injustices and all the things he did wrong. I'm sure he underpaid people, cut them, or whatever sleazy way he did to get to the top. Unless he was a really nice guy, and I could be completely wrong. I don't know.
No. Yes, that the biggest thing is the history revisionism that took place. A lot of people did take issue with that.
I knew nothing about the man, so I was like, oh, cool. This is really nice. He was poor. His dad died. He took his hat. He's like, I'm going to become a circus dude. I thought he was going to go and hire that one creepy lady, the witch that gave him the apple at the very beginning. I was like, oh, he's going to go and get her. She ain't never come back. And then I was like, was that the moment that he was attracted to freaks? Like, is that when it happened? Like, he's like, I thought she was going to be the bearded lady because she was singing. And I'm like, oh, it's going to be that witch lady with the cloak. Bruce, the one thing Bruce. The Greatest Showman is that it was over. I thought most of the music was actually catchy. It's weird to have the woman with the prettiest voice in the world singing when everybody's already singing. So it's really strange to me, like her scenes whenever she's singing.
Oh yeah.
After getting out of a musical number about, hey, we're going up buns, whatever the song.
And then the bearded lady who has a Keela Settles, who has an amazing voice. Like her voice is out of this world. And yes, it is interesting to posit one of those together.
Yeah, it's hard for my brain to separate. Oh, it's a musical, but now we have an actual person singing inside of the musical, and it's almost like the whole Ratatouille formula. It's a little too much for me sometimes to suspend my disbelief. Good evening, Amanda and Omar. I watched this movie once. I don't remember much about it. We're here to remind you. Omar, you're going to get canceled saying that stuff. Which part? What did I say? The bearded lady? I didn't even say the bearded lady. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I wanted more of the circus people too in the movie.
They did condense the plot dramatically. It was really focused on just the central plot of getting to him developing the circus and him finding out what really matters in life, which is his family, not chasing prestige and fame and money just so he can impress his father-in-law and impress society.
Yeah, that guy was a jerk.
Oh yes.
The entire time.
Yeah, never a good guy. His father-in-law was never going to be a good guy. But so you were hoping for more story.
I was hoping for more story and less showman, if you will. Does that make sense?
It's a musical. In fact, Disney announced they're going to make it into a stage production.
So this wasn't a stage production. This is an original script. Yeah. So why a musical? Out of curiosity, why not make a movie? Why a musical? How did that get thrown in there?
I would imagine that it was a mix of Hugh Jackman coming on board and wanting to do something new and create something original instead of just doing a biopic. And honestly, it was the smart move because
you don't think it would have done as well if it was just a straight up?
No, I do not think it would have done as well if it was a straight up biopic of Barnum, and it would have obviously. And if it was going to be a straight up biopic, it would also have to be a little bit grittier to be effective. It would have to really be more of like Jenny Lynn was not attractive in real life. She was just plain. They didn't like each other at all. She thought he was annoying. He was just in it for the money. And then of course there was the whole thing. He had an African slave that he would take around like in the early days, as to show her off as a exhibit. So yes, he is not like the real guy. Not so great. So it's easy to just, if you're going to do something about this guy's life, realizing that he's not great, the best thing to do is gloss it over and make it a musical, because that's how a lot of musicals are. If you look at musicals, glossing over real life things that aren't great, and then you dress it up with song, and it's not as bad. And I'm talking about just actual musicals like on Broadway versus. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. I didn't think it was gonna showcase any of the negative side of things from
definitely not. Yeah.
What he did in real life, especially if we're dealing with a musical. I will say, whenever you're going through the songs, I don't know how many times you've seen this. I don't remember many of them. I do remember the first one, and then the Zac Efron and Zendaya song. I think those are the two that really stood out to me. I don't remember the rest of the musicals in here. I think a lot of it had to do with the circus people singing about how ready they are.
Okay.
Are you in awe or shocked or frozen?
No, my internet just went kaput, so that's why.
Okay. I thought I was just impressing you with
I know. What did you say? Because I don't know what you said.
Go on. Were you drinking? That's probably why. I said I could not remember any of the other music in the movie outside of the first one. Is it The Greatest Show? Is that what it's called?
Great show.
The Zendaya and Zac
Efron.
Efron song. Yeah. The other ones were, I'm not saying forgettable, I just don't remember them, which is the definition of forgettable.
That's insane to me. Because
how many times have you seen it? I only saw this once, just today.
I've seen it. I mean, I own it. I've seen it several times. Corey listens to From Now On. Like,
which one is that?
The last one. And we will come back home. And we will come back home.
Yeah.
Home again. Oh my God, it's a great song. He listens to that all the time. My husband listens to that all the time.
Because one of them sounds like Despacito.
Is it the other side?
I'd have to hear you sing them. So
no, I don't remember it so fast. Don't you want to get away from the same? Oh,
everything you're singing right now sounds like Fall Out Boy covering "We Didn't Start the Fire," and it makes me cry inside. Machete don't do musicals. Omar really hoping for the High School Musical reunion so he can see more Efron. I ain't even seen any of those movies, man.
Damn, I should have put High School Musical on here. I would have loved to see Omar's reaction to that.
Saving Mr. Banks toned down the Mary Poppins author. She was worse in real life than in the movie. Oh yeah, any biopic I think you're ever going to see is just
yeah.
I think they toned down a lot of the characters so they can at least make them semi-likable.
Yeah,
right?
And I think it works making this a musical also because it is about the circus, right? It's about spectacle. So if you're gonna make it about spectacle, make it a spectacle. So yes, make it.
Oh, and it is. There are some big numbers. I ain't never seen no elephants dance like that though, and lions. I don't think they were real lions in them movies.
Yes. And the people who wrote the music, they are the ones responsible for the music and lyrics to Dear Evan Hansen, which terrible movie musical. They should never have cast Ben Platt as a teenager because he does not look like one anymore. But when he was younger and originally,
Ben Platt, is he Oliver Platt's brother?
No, he originated the role of Evan Hansen in Dear Evan Hansen on Broadway back in 2015. Which is a very famous musical. You probably do not know about it.
I don't know.
But it's great. I think me and Melanie and Tom, maybe Melanie came with us, and Tommy all went to go see it when the touring production came to Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
So we did see it. Like,
you can't invite somebody.
I don't think you want to go. But anyways, but then they made the movie version and they still cast Ben Platt, but now he's like in his 30s and he doesn't look like, he's not one of those guys who could pass off like someone in his like teenage years. So anyway, there we go.
High School Musical, the series season ranking. No, Griffin X. That's too many musicals in one day for me. Want to know what probably has real lions? Craven. I don't know. No, actually. The music for The Greatest Showman was good from what I remember. I have the CD. I should listen to it again.
You should. It's fantastic.
Like I said, I really like those two songs. I don't know about the rest because I can't remember. And I just watched it. Biopic. Sounds like the dude from Cops. Biopic fighting crime. What? No, it does not. Please, Amanda, make your next poll High School Musical 1, 2, 3, 4. Bruce. Get to Bruce. Why? No, I'm not going to watch 3 damn musicals in a row. High School Musicals did have Vanessa Hudgens. Yeah. And Madam Web had Sydney Sweeney. And guess what? I still didn't enjoy that damn movie.
High School Musical, that created a whole thing. Okay. That was great. I loved High School.
A whole thing.
Well, just like, I mean, because of High School Musical, Disney went in like a kind of direction for a while with like Camp Rock and all that stuff.
Went bankrupt? What are you trying to say?
Not bankrupt, no.
Nobody wants to see the movies in the theater? What are you trying to say?
And it gave us Zac Efron, so, you know.
It gave us Vanessa Hudgens, according to James Abel.
Yeah. She's not, yeah.
80s movies cast way too old adults.
That's true. But he was cast alongside actual like teenagers very, very early, like 19, 20 years old. So it looked very out of place. Like if they all looked like that, fine. But when you're cast with other people who are playing teenagers who actually are teenagers, it does make you look like more noticeable.
Bless.
Oh my!
I believe that is the smartest thing you have ever said in your life, Blas. I'm gonna take a screen grab of this Go show it to your mom that I approve of that message. You're
Oh
right.
my gosh.
You were weaseled out of watching the dude. Hashtag save from the proposal. One more year, baby. Camp Rock might be more your speed, Omar. Camp Rock. I don't know Camp Rock.
It has Demi Lovato and Joe Jonas in it from the Jonas Brothers.
Nope. I'm home. Let's keep talking about one of the best musicals of the 21st century. If not, wow, the last 40 years. Well, out of the last 40 years, like the musicals really took a slow dive. Like they didn't really exist, right? And then they kind of started having a little resurgence in the early aughts for a little bit, and they kind of went under again to sleep because maybe it was just me avoiding them. Then came La La Land, and then it won. Did it win an Oscar?
No, remember it did not.
Oh, God bless you, Saturday morning fan. Yes, Min-May, baby, all the way. Go ahead. What's that? She can't even sing.
No, remember it did not win the Oscar. It was actually Moonlight, not La La Land.
Were we hosting Oscar? Were we doing an Oscar thing?
We were watching. Remember, we were. Yes, we had a party and we were watching that. Same like we watched Will Smith slap Chris Rock live together.
Near mint condition to musical. I'm gonna hire somebody to play a game.
But anyway,
look at my dude King Sport Count knowing his Oscars. Moonlight beat it. All right, man. You never cease to amaze me, mi hermano. False. The best musicals, The Producers from Mel Brooks. I'm flying down there and we were watching. I love the movie. See, I like the actual movie. I've never seen the musical. Gotcha. I love the movie. The original movie. I know there is a movie that's based on the musical. I think it's the new movie with Matthew Broderick.
No, that is the movie. Yeah, it's still based on it's still the musical.
No, the original movie, The Producers, I love. Then they made a musical,
and they made the musical,
and then they made a movie that I think is based on the musical, which I'm sure is great.
And it stars, Matthew Broderick and Nathan Lane, which also were in the original production of The Producers.
Yeah.
Plus, I always remember you see of Springtime and Hitler for Germany. Springtime for Hitler in Germany. No? Okay. Anyone else?
That was really good. Yeah, look at you. By the way, the new rock documentary on Max is good stuff and real good music. Unlike
okay, Blas.
Way to throw that in there.
Yacht Rock. Stop.
That was slow. Oh, mi hermano. Really? You really liked it that much? All right, man. You bring some beer and I'll freaking watch it with you. I gotta get really drunk to watch a movie based on a musical that's based on a movie, which I guess is kind of like what Wicked sort of is.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it was really good. I haven't seen it yet.
Wait, what are we talking about?
I'm out. Thank you, Bruce. The Producers musical has Will Ferrell in it. I'm done, man. Not for me. No, thank you. Does he sing? You know what? I actually liked him in what was
Spirited.
Nobody like no damn Spirited. It's that movie we watched during the pandemic, Amanda. Eurovision. Remember?
Oh, Eurovision's great.
I love that soundtrack. That's a musical I like. Yo, man, I was jogging to that soundtrack. I like that soundtrack.
Good soundtrack. Yes.
He sings in step.
He sings in like a lot of stuff, doesn't he? Like he sang on SNL all the time. Oh yeah. I mean, he sang a lot in SNL too. So he was just that.
Moulin Rouge is my. I can't finish reading this Brent Hogan because I love Brent Hogan. I can't finish reading this statement. Moulin Rouge is my personal favorite. Les Miserables is fantastic, and that also has Hugh Jackman. I even like Across the Universe. Across the Universe is the Beatles one, right? Are you frozen again or just shocked at my knowledge? I can't tell anymore. Hey, Amanda, if you hate Fall Out Boy, don't say a damn thing. Okay, cool. We can never talk about Fall Out Boy again. Pete's Dragon or Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. I don't even remember the music in Pete's Dragons. Moulin Rouge is also great. You know, I could be the one that's frozen and I don't know. Can anybody still hear me? Am I the one that's frozen? Okay, I'm assuming I'm not the one that's frozen. Steve Martin singing and I'm a dad. I love that movie, dude. Will Ferrell's next movie with Reese Witherspoon. You're cordially invited, coming to Prime on January 30th. All right. Man is the statue. Yeah, we can't hear any more talk about Fall Out Boy. She is frozen. Oh, and now I'm solo. Well, let me see if she calls or texts. She just texted. My StreamYard went kaput. Yeah, she needs to quit listening on them. Fallout Boy crap on the other screen. All right, I'm gonna hold the fort down while Amanda comes back. There she is, everybody. Hey.
Yeah.
How was your journey? I swear we didn't.
Journey offline, back online.
Yeah, we didn't say anything bad about you.
Yes.
Okay, so now you need to watch Labyrinth. We actually watched Labyrinth together.
Yeah,
Amanda had never seen it before, and we watched it in many years ago, my old basement.
Oh yeah. I've seen Labyrinth before then too, but yeah.
Oh, I thought you hadn't seen that one.
Me a long time ago. It was like a long time ago.
Who has the worst internet, Amanda or Maddie? Well, Maddie can't even do shows, so I'm assuming Maddie right now.
Yes. Project Viking is coming in with all the songs. They're making all the songs up.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
Labyrinth is a good musical. I'll give you that, Tina. That and Little Shop of Horrors might be my favorite musical.
Are we talking about our favorite musicals now?
You missed that conversation. Sorry, that ship has sailed.
All right, that's fine.
Now we're talking about how Transformers, the animated movie, is the greatest movie.
We didn't even finish talking about this movie yet.
Oh, that's right. This is Teen Witch. Dude, Teen Witch. I always use Teen Witch as my prime example of what, when them kids are talking about something is cringe. Teen Witch, the white girl rapping in Teen Witch is the definition of cringe. Go and watch that clip later. Let's finish talking about this. What worked for me? I thought that Hugh Jackman was solid. He did his own singing, I assume?
Yes.
Wow.
He is a singer.
I liked it.
First and foremost.
Yeah, he was good. I like the production. I thought it was really big, like a big showman production, right? I thought it was nice. I was interested enough to follow the plot. I really wanted to keep, like I said, watching more, and I guess that's a compliment to the story that I wanted to keep watching more about this guy, even though I'm sure a lot of it is,
it is what it is.
Hollywood, but that's movies for you. I think for the most part, most of the cast was okay. Most of the cast I didn't have a problem with. Zac Efron, sure. And Zendaya. Zendaya hadn't done a lot of things outside of Disney stuff back then, I assume, right?
No, except for Spider-Man. And even then, she really
she didn't do Spider-Man back then, did she? This is 20s. Oh my God, how old am I?
That old, yes. That's when the first Spider-Man, right? It was a 2016. No, 2016 is no. Yes, 2016 is Civil War. 2017
yeah, you're right.
Spider-Man. So that came out in the summer. This came out in the winter. So it would have been like her thing.
Okay, so she had already ride the high of that Spider-Man.
Yeah. But
and like I said, those two songs, solid.
Okay.
The lighting was good.
I'm glad you like the lighting.
That's where I always resort to. I do not. Okay, so I had a lot of issues with the sound and the sound edit and the editing. There were some weird cuts in here. There were some weird sound edits. It made me, I'm serious. I was pausing because I was like, that is not that person's voice. And I had to seriously look up some of these people. Like the tall guy, I get. There's no way somebody's that big.
Yes.
The little guy, at times, I'm like, oh, it's a real little person. And it might be the beer talking because I keep mentioning this little dude again. But I was like, am I getting old? I can't tell the difference between CG and real person.
You keep mentioning him because I just watched a YouTube video about the Snow White controversy with the new live action coming out.
There's more controversy with that movie. All right.
Always been, but
so right, that was a thing. So some of the lip singing, I assume, Ferguson that was not her voice.
It was not her voice. Correct.
Okay, cool.
Yes, not her voice.
Oh yeah, the costumes were great.
Oh yeah, beautiful costumes.
I don't know if they're not as good as Mulan. I made it 10 minutes into that movie. So
it's different look and feel.
But no, I did like the costume designs. That is a good. Thank you so much for bringing that up, Brent.
Good on you, Brent.
I did like that. That was good. I didn't have a single problem with that. I like the way the kids looked at the beginning, the house. It really put you in that time.
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about this movie. Like when I watch a movie, Like, what did you make me watch last week? Oh, 51st Dates, but I've seen that before.
Yeah.
And I'll see that again. Right? Like when I walk out of a movie, I'm like, that was good. I'll watch it again. I don't know if I feel that way about The Greatest Showman. I'm glad I watched it.
Yeah.
Now I can say I watched it. I'm going to, you know what? Nah, bullshit. I'm going to watch it again so I can find that Wolverine cameo that I know I saw in my lack of sleep.
So you'll have watched it 3 times then because you had to rewatch.
I will watch it frame by damn frame. Omar doesn't. I do. I just at times it didn't look real. That new Snow White movie is full of controversy. Why? It's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I know nothing about that movie, by the way, other than the fact that I'm never going to see it. But can the new Snow White top Snow White and the Three Stooges? I don't
Probably
think so.
not.
I don't think so. Amanda, what would you give this movie? Is this a 10 out of 10 movie for you? Like, is this like, if you were to give me your top 3 musicals all time, what would they be?
Movie musicals. We talking about movie musicals?
Yeah, of course. Things I can go see. I don't have to fly to New York to watch on Broadway.
I mean, objectively, if I'm talking about my objectively,
it is your choice. I'm asking Amanda Valdivieso.
Okay.
What are your 3 favorite musicals? You don't have to give me a reason why.
Like, wait, movie musicals or musicals?
I am going to smash this beer bottle upside my head. Movie musicals.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so
it can be based on a Broadway play, like Cats.
Chicago, Jesus Christ Superstar.
They made a movie out of that? Okay.
There's a movie. Oh my God, yeah, with what's his name? Yes, they made a movie. Yes, there's music. Yes, a movie. Okay. Yes, that's the only version I listen to is the movie version. Like that.
I had no idea there was a music a movie of the musical.
Yes. So Chicago, Jesus Christ Superstar. Oh God, what would be my third one? Objectively speaking, that would be up there at the top. Probably Wizard of Oz would be up there at the top.
The original.
Yes, well, I don't know.
You don't like The Wiz? Get on down.
I do like The Wiz, but Wizard of Oz is just like what I grew up with. But I'll tell you, Wicked.
It's pretty good, huh?
Oh,
okay.
Yes. Cool. Oh, it's so good.
So The Greatest Showman would not make it in your top 3.
Hamilton is hard for me because they just filmed the stage version. They didn't make it into a movie, which you can't.
Yeah, that's not a movie.
Like for me, I don't feel like I can count that.
Hamilton is not a movie. It would
be included in there because
Les Miserables is a movie because
Rocky Horror. No, I'd probably put that in front of Wizard of Oz.
Oh yeah, Rocky Horror is great.
No, not Willy Wonka. That would
not Willy Wonka's phenomenal.
So James, here we go. So Phantom of the Opera is my favorite musical. Like musical.
You didn't like Gerard Butler?
Well, okay, Gerard Way cannot sing. Like he's not. He can't sing opera.
Wait, Gerard Way? I thought it was Gerard Butler.
Or Gerard Butler. Wrong Gerard.
Gerard Way can't sing. Maybe I don't know. Depending if you like My Chemical Romance or not.
I highly doubt he can. But Gerard Butler can't sing opera. And I know it's a rock opera because it's Andrew Lloyd Webber and it's Phantom of the Opera. Fine, but it's still opera. And Emmy Rossum does an okay job as Christine, and Patrick. I forget his last name, but he played Aquaman's brother. What's his name?
Oh wow, he was in a musical. I love that.
Yeah, he played her. He played Christine's.
Patrick Wilson.
Yes.
Is it
Christine? Yes.
Man, he's got a high note there.
Yes. So
Yes, you're late.
It is objectively not a great movie.
I did not love it.
I do love it. Same with Rent. Damn it. I love that.
Top 3, man. You can't just keep.
I love the musical, but the movie again.
Oh, I ain't never seen the movie.
It does not.
I know that one song from Rent, and I saw the Tick Tick Boom movie.
Okay, Tick Tick Boom's fit. I guess that would count. Oh God, no, maybe Tick Tick Boom would be in my top 3.
You liked it that much?
Andrew Garfield was fantastic in that film.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, yes, he was.
The Wiz is phenomenal. Tina, I'm with you though, man. It's gotta be Labyrinth. That's gotta be one of my top 3. Little Shop of Horrors and probably Rocky Horror Picture Show. Those are great.
Anyway,
My Fair Lady, Tick Tick Boom.
Yeah, Purple Rain. Oh, Purple Rain is true. I guess that is
Purple Rain. I watched as a kid, and it never.
And I guess that is it considered a movie musical? I mean,
Yeah,
there's music in it.
they're singing in Purple Rain. Absolutely.
I understand, but in my mind, there's production along with the singing. So there's like elaborate like dance numbers and things like that. To me, that is what a movie.
Have you seen Little Shop of Horrors? I don't think there's an elaborate like maybe outside of the three girls that are narrating the story. I've liked some musicals in the past. I don't know how I feel about The Greatest Showman yet. I kind of wanted to talk about some stuff. My wife might write you a letter about that Gerard Butler comment, Amanda. Should your wife like him in 300 or in Phantom of the Opera more?
I mean,
Chipmunk Adventure. Cry Baby. Oh my God. Are you talking about John Waters' Cry Baby? That's awesome. Nobody ever watches that movie. See, I like Little Shop of Horrors, the 86 one. I'm not a fan of the original movie, but the original movie isn't a musical, right? The film, like the musical is great. We need a musicals tier maker. I won't make it because I've only seen maybe like, seriously, from my childhood, like including Greatest Showman, I've probably 6 or 7. Amanda, on the other hand, can do it. Maybe she could have a co-host. That will not be me and forced to watch High School the Musical 1, 2, and 3. Bugsy Malone. Normal, how are you, buddy?
Now a lot of Disney movies have been made into musicals. Like there is a Broadway version of Aladdin. There's a Broadway version of Beauty and the Beast. The Broadway version of they made it into them. There's money to be had, and I guess in that industry. But so back to The Greatest Showman, just on my thoughts.
Oh, yes.
So I'm rewatching it today. I see, like, when I rewatch it, there are issues I have with like the general plot. And one thing I did dislike about it was the lack of, there wasn't as much Zac Efron and Zendaya, which I know sounds bad, but I wanted more of them and their story.
Is that because of the plot of like back then it was considered taboo for a white guy and a black girl?
That's an interesting dynamic to.
It is. And I don't think they focus on that aspect. You know, I feel like if this movie had been made today, and if it was a movie, you would probably get more of that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But this is a musical. I don't know. Through music, though, you can tell stories. Anyway, I'm sorry. I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. Oh, I forgot about Newsies. Oh, damn. I also love Newsies. With Christian Bale?
Oh, I've seen Newsies. That's one I have seen.
Yes.
I watched Newsies. I didn't know it was a musical.
You did know
until they started singing. I'm like, shit. Well, I'm already here. So
there we go. Anyways, but yeah. So and then of course some of the CGI and like the little dude, the little guy you keep mentioning.
I did not. I'm done with that man.
That like the CGI around him always bothered me when I first watched it. And
it's the voice. It's the voice that's so off sync.
No, well,
that I thought I was watching a dubbed version of another movie because I was like, he's speaking English, but that's not his voice coming out.
Yes. Yeah. So those are some issues I have with it. And when I think back to the movie itself, I liked most of the actors, but I think why I really like the movie is because of the songs. I do.
You like the songs.
Michelle Williams' song. I'm sorry. Tightrope is just not my speed. I love all the songs. Like.
But you don't like Michelle Williams.
No, that's not it. I like A Million Dreams, and she doesn't sing that one. But all the songs besides that one, I love. Like I listened to that soundtrack nonstop when it came out. When I finally watched the movie and realized what it was. So I think that really is what gives me the edge on this one as far as why I liked it so much. But when you go back and re-listen or rewatch it, you start to realize some of the reasons why the critics didn't get a great critical rating. I think 6 out of 10 was the average as far as the critical reception to the film. So critically, it wasn't like, oh, this is a great movie musical, but with fans, it hit all the right beats for me to enjoy it just as a fan, right? It had the love story. It had Hugh Jackman just being Hugh Jackman and being all like just full of charm and personality and acting, and it had great musical numbers. Like that's one of the things that I will say, the production of the musical numbers are great. They're fantastic. I do love that about this film. They really put a lot of their effort into that aspect of it, and the costumes, I guess, and the lighting and all that stuff. But yeah, so that might be, those are some of the issues I started to see after I watched it again today.
So what would you give this movie now with Amanda's 2024 vision? Like, what would you give The Greatest Showman?
Probably like a 7 out of 10.
Oh, really? I thought it'd be higher, man.
No.
I honestly, all kidding aside about the Wolverine cameo.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, the reason why I would rewatch it.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe a 5.5, 6 out of 10. But I'm not a musical guy. I'm not a dude that's like, oh shit, Hamilton's coming to Kentucky, baby. Let's go see it. That's not me. I think it's cool that people like me. Like, you have no idea how much I did not want to go see Cats, and I'm glad it sucked. The movie. My wife was so excited. She Broadway Cats, that she loved it. Woo! Cats the movie. That was like, I'm so glad that movie sucked. Yeah, so for me, it's like a 5.5 or a 6. Like, James, okay, my bad player. 5.5. Kentucky can't handle Hamilton.
Wait, I went to see it.
Dude, we got Jennifer Lawrence. All right. We got Muhammad Ali, rest in peace. Who else we got? Ernest.
Johnny Depp.
He don't claim Kentucky anymore.
Wait, does Matthew McConaughey from here, or he just works with one of our distilleries?
No, I think he just likes bourbon.
He just likes
bourbon. I'm trying to think who else is from Kentucky, man. That white rapper you like. I can't remember his name. Dude from Louisville.
Oh, Jack Harlow. Yes, he's from Kentucky. And then Chris, the country guy that has the long beard, he's from Eastern Kentucky.
Montgomery,
Chris Stapleton. He's from Kentucky.
I don't know any of them dudes.
Yeah,
Kentucky doesn't seem.
I don't know if that matters.
Colonel Sanders, rest in peace.
It was Louisville, Colt Dog. Louisville is where we saw Hamilton. I think Louisville would be Hamilton. Yeah,
wow, 50 First Dates is better than Great. Absolutely. For me.
Oh yeah, no, James. Yes. Oh yes.
Oh, and Amanda, apparently. Sorry.
I quote 50 First Dates. That is a quotable movie. It has stuck with me since 2004. Is that when it came out? Yes. That is that movie is like, for me, it's up there with Wedding Crashers, which I know Omar's gonna be like.
I liked it. This is like saying I don't like comics. Have you seen Youngblood? No, damn it, Josh, don't be stupid. Trim it down, nail it down. Say this is like saying I don't like 90s comics. Have you seen Youngblood? Because there's some great 90s comics, right? Like there's Transmetropolitan,
I don't know.
Preacher. There's all these great 90s comics. It's just a genre I'm not into, and that's okay. Some people aren't into anime, no matter how much you try to make them watch. So it's going to be really interesting to. Well, never mind. I'll just keep quiet. George Clooney and Jennifer Carpenter. Who's Jennifer Carpenter?
We're talking about Jennifer. Are you talking about what's his name's ex-wife from Dexter?
I went out on a date with George Clooney's cousin, by the way, because I thought this chick was like, I went to her house and she had a picture of her and George Clooney. And I'm like, what the hell am I doing with this chick? She's crazy. She just photoshopped her dumb ass with George Clooney on a freaking, and she had it in a frame. So she went to freshen up. And I said, when she came back, I was like, what's this about? And she's like, oh, that's Clooney. I'm like, right, I know who he is. Why? I didn't ask her why she photoshopped herself. She's like, I thought it was like, I was gonna say, oh, did you
could have actually met him? Like, why would you automatically?
And she was like, no, we're cousins. So I'm like, bullshit, you're not cousins with George Clooney. And then she showed me her photo album. So we spent the next hour going, oh my god, look at George Clooney when he was young. This is before ER, when he had like black hair.
Oh, before he went gray. Yeah.
Dated Batman's cousin, not sister. Batman's cousin.
Anyway, so yes, that is my review of The Greatest Showman. After rewatching it, I can see what the issues that were there, but really, for me, the music is what sticks out for me the most.
James wants to know what your review of Sabrina Carpenter in Uncensored.
Well, I can't honestly give it a proper review because I had it playing while we were just putting up Christmas decorations, so I was only half watching it. So I did enjoy the song about what to get her brother-in-law for Christmas. It was Kyle Mooney's character, and it was very funny because that's a valid, like, oh, I know what I'm going to get my sister and I know what to get my parents, but what am I going to get my brother-in-law? Like, That's valid. Like that's really funny. But that was what I remember the most from it. I do love Sabrina Carpenter though. It was more background noise for me.
A former gal pal of mine had a picture of Prince framed by her bed.
Do you want to see my room?
Okay, see, that's what I thought I was dealing with. Because
guys, you got. I don't.
Hold
Has anyone seen my TikTok recently? I posted a TikTok before the
Please
show.
stop watching Amanda's TikToks because they're gonna get creepy.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's what I thought I was dealing with, Kingsport Cal. I was like, because you never know who's crazy out there. Okay. Especially when you're dating, right? Like, I'm like, this chick is gonna kill me.
Okay. So Google Photos does a wrapped thing like Spotify does. I don't know why.
What?
Yes. So they like, you know how Spotify, like, oh, here's your top whatever, best top artists, most listened to, etc. Google Photos is the same thing. And they did top faces of your like your it's like, here's all your top people you hung out with. And the top person is
Patrick Stump.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amanda. I was making a joke with her yesterday. I was like, I bet this dude from Fall Out Boy is on your damn like family, like when you know how your iPhone like identifier is family, right? I bet he's in your family, like above your kids, definitely above your husband and everybody else.
No, it gives you your top 4, and like he's like as over 1,000 images. It said, and then the next one is my 2-year-old or 3-year-old with like 500, and then my 9-year-old, and then Pete Wentz.
Yeah, man, you ain't even got real family anymore, Amanda. You're just a creep. Like you're a creep, like that dude that Kingsport, that chick that Kingsport.
This year I have went and seen them in concert. Over like 10 times.
That doesn't mean you get to put their picture up on your wall, Amanda.
It's not up on my wall. It's just on my phone and my Google.
Even creepier.
If you ever need it, like I have gifts saved. Like it's not like there's things like reaction gifts, the stickers that I send you.
Yeah, you're just digging that hole deeper, baby. Fate. If fate went another way, you could have been related to George Clooney as well.
It's true.
But then I wouldn't have this magical kingdom that I have now, this empire with my daughters. Like, it doesn't even surprise me. Sounds like he dated. Oh, now if she had worn a Batwoman costume that night, I don't care how crazy she was, I'd have stayed. I'd have been like, you could have photoshopped that picture of George Clooney. I would have been okay with that. Hairspray. I like the John Waters hairspray. By the way, Budweiser Platinum is a good choice. 8% proof. I think it is.
So man, Brent.
It's really actually 6% proof. Still not as good as Milan Rouge. Well played, sir. Consumed by her Fallout Boy.
Maybe.
Amanda is the one watching from the closet. Sugar work. I don't even know what that means, but I know that stupid song because of her.
Anyway, about that.
You know who's been? Bruce hasn't said a damn word.
Yeah,
does Bruce like musicals? Like any musical?
Question.
I figured Bruce would have been like, all right, that's enough of music.
Better question. Has Phil Owens, is he on? Has he ever seen any?
Oh, yeah. Phil, are you on? No, it's another time change for him. I think it's like early morning over in the UK.
There we go.
I'll ask him tomorrow when I'm doing
the answer the question.
Epics.
Yes. All right. So we talked about we talked about great.
We talked about how creepy you got with Fall Out Boy. Any new movie news coming up? Oh yeah, we got some is it legit like a real cast of Chris Evans in Doomsday? Is that legit?
Don't think it's I don't think it's 100%.
It was like I thought it was the Hollywood Reported that.
I thought it was the Wrap that announced that.
Oh yeah, is the Wrap worthy of?
Not all the time.
Okay.
Not all the time. But yes, so that's some of the news is that he might be coming. Which again, why? Is it like we don't need him to come back? And is he gonna?
Well, if he's in a movie about the multiverse and alternate realities, why not bring him back? If we're gonna make Iron Man Doctor Doom,
Yeah.
you make Captain America an agent of Hydra, and you've got this Axis type of story going.
Yeah.
You know, borrowing elements from that. I don't know, maybe. That's kind of the way I see it.
I mean,
I knew Bruce wasn't a fan when he was just quiet. Very few. I like Little Shop of Horror, which is coming out in 4K. It's still my favorite.
there we go.
I said name 3. He named 1.
What?
I don't think he was Captain America. Again, could be a new character. I would I'm saying, I think it would be really
could be a new character if it's gonna it can't be Johnny Storm, because I think we've kind of ran that gambit in Deadpool Wolverine. I don't see us coming back from that.
Good choice of words with Gambit.
Yeah. Look at me. Didn't even realize it. But he did.
Man, I just watched Hateful Eight, and I forgot how much it makes me so damn happy every time that Channing Tatum gets his head blown off in that movie.
Oh
how much I laugh. Because he's just so awful. Big rumor is he's an evil working for Doom. See? There we go. Okay. You can have Hydra Cap, man.
That's what I was thinking. Like, he played Hydra, yeah.
Now, here's Project Viking. A man doesn't believe we landed on the moon. He's still not convinced that RDJ is really Doom. Russo's lie about all kinds of stuff leading up to me. But he came out with a Doom face, right? I don't know. Could be right. Big rumor. Okay, got that one. Downey and Evans' chemistry is lightning in a bottle. Who doesn't want to see them together again?
They do have good chemistry when they're on screen together.
Evans better not be Cap. It will dismiss Falcon even more. Oh, man. Poor Falcon. By the way, Cap never died. He just got old. That's right. We don't know. He's gone.
No, they had the funeral for him. He did die.
But we never saw a body, Amanda. No body, no death.
Okay, fine. I guess.
I don't make the rules. That's comic book rules.
I guess not.
The Hunter versus War of Roar.
Hear him.
Thank you. I was getting there.
I'm going to be interested to see how this weekend plays out. Right now, the reviews for Craven are very terrible.
Amazing.
And it looks like it is going to be the death knell of the Sony universe. I hope this means that they will just give the rights back to Marvel, because honestly, they have botched. I mean, even Venom 3 didn't even do that well at the box office. So
their last dance?
Yeah, just Last Dance. Say Last Dance the whole thing. Just the Last Dance. I think that it's just like it's time to throw in the towel on trying to recreate this. Now, say that, but they still have the Spider-Man the third one coming out. Beyond the Spider-Verse, they have that's not out yet.
It would be the fourth one. It would be the fourth Spider-Man movie, right? Amanda?
Wait, there's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man Across.
Oh, you mean that? I'm sorry. I thought you were talking
about the animated ones with Shamik Moore and Haley Steinfeld. I'm talking about that one.
They're rewriting Cap 4 too.
It's coming out soon. They can't rewrite that.
Well, I heard they were doing reshoots. And reshoots doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be bad.
Yeah, it could just be they need to reshoot.
Might come back as Old Man Captain America. Speaking of Craven, it's rumored Sony killed their cinematic universe.
Yes.
Last weekend, I watched Trap with my wife. That movie is so bad.
Oh, Rami.
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the world where my favorite quote of that movie.
So many questions. Did M. Night Shyamalan ever go to a real concert?
Does he know what an uncle is without having to?
Does he know?
I thought that was going to come back.
All the main act is on. There's art in the concourse area buying stuff and chilling.
Why did the bodyguards let this lady go with this weird guy?
Security? Yes, security should be fired. Everything.
Sony will never give the rights back.
This woman is as popular as she says she is. How does the guy running the merch have time to talk to this dude about what's going on? Because
maybe we should have reviewed Trap.
And they're like, move it or lose it. What do you want? You better know when you get up here, because we got people behind us. Oh my gosh! Logistically, their movie's a nightmare.
All of Marvel for $25 million back in the day, and they opted just for Spidey, $5 million. Yeah, that's back there into bankruptcy, and they had to split up who they sold things to. But I mean, honestly, let's think about that. Without Fox and all that stuff, we wouldn't have the MCU. You know, those movies were crawling so the MCU could fly. I'm excited for Mononoke the movie. The anime series was amazing. Mononoke. What? Tina? Princess Mononoke?
Is that?
That's already in the movie. Spoilers. That came out in 1997, Tina. What are we talking about? Got to put the cooks to bed. Good night, brother. Venom 3 is available in video on demand as of yesterday. I tried to watch it, made 25 minutes, and had to stop. You're a better man than I am. Maybe you need to buy it. You need to buy it on 4K. That's what's going on.
Once it's available streaming, maybe Omar and I will then review it.
Trap was a video shoot for M. Night's daughter.
It's true. That's what it was. It was for her.
Amanda was hoping for a
Josh
Hartnett Renaissance, and it was not.
Josh Renaissance, if you will, but it did not happen.
Oh, look at this. They confirmed the Sonyverse is not dead. They will focus on Spidey 4, Spider-Verse 3, and Noir. I forgot Noir with Nicolas Cage.
I did just see an article. That's what I was looking at. Will, because Nosferatu comes out on Christmas Day.
I'm excited.
And Willem Dafoe, in a recent interview, said that he would be interested in coming back as Green Goblin some way in Spider-Man 4. So, but he could also be.
I think he got his closure. He was excellent.
I agree. I don't think.
We need to move on. We need
new villains now.
We need a grounded Spider-Man story. None of this multiverse. None of this.
And they're talking about Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Intergalactic things. Like, we just need. Oh, you're talking about Mononoke the Phantom. Thank you.
Okay.
Are you seeing Lord of the Rings anime this weekend? Yes.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are. I'm actually going to go see it on my dad's birthday to keep my mind off of things, which is this Friday. Wait for Venom 3 to release on Blu-ray at a discount. That's how I watched the first two. Blade 2, Punisher 2. Remember, Amanda, we did Was It Really That Bad?
We did.
I really liked that movie. That got a lot more hate than it deserved. And X-Men United were also. Oh, X-Men 2.
X-Men United was.
X-Men 1 and 2 were so good.
It was really good. Anyway, but yes.
Tina sent me a picture of Mononoke.
Oh, so you know what it was. Yeah.
Okay, that thing. I got you. Better writing, please. One Scorpion or Sin Eater for Spidey 4. Well, we already got a Scorpion cameo. Remember he had the tattoo?
Any chance we can get a proper Craven? Because I don't think we're going to. This one's going
to. We need to stay away from
that. So
don't say that, William.
I've heard the same thing. But I still want to see it because of Lord of the Rings. But I have heard. And wait, first of all, Project Blade, when did I say that I don't believe in talking dragons? What happened there?
Where was this? I don't even see that.
You mentioned it earlier. I'm confused by what that's a reference to.
How did you go back to that? I don't even see that on the timestamps.
I don't know. But when I did watch Wicked, I did see the trailer for How to Train Your Dragon live action, which I feel is unnecessary. Again, Gerard Butler's in that too. He reprises his role as his dad, but I don't know why. How is it going to differ from the animated one, which I think those three movies are fantastic? This is how I felt about Avatar, The Last Airbender. Every iteration they've tried to do since the animated is not good.
You didn't like the Netflix show? The Netflix was okay.
It's okay, but it's not like I would still watch the animated one over it every day.
Oh, critics are liking Rings, but audiences are liking it more. I like the director. I think the director has done some stellar. What do you do? Ghost in the Shell? SAC, right? SAC. Here, Craven got pulled from some theaters because it's that good. Rotten Tomatoes score right now for Craven the Hunter, 16%. War of Rohirrim. I got you. I was getting there. All right. It's the Latino in me. Rohirrim. Right. I got to roll my R's. All right. 58%. Amanda doesn't like talking.
I do.
Yes. That's right. That's right, Amanda. You shut her up, Project Viking. That's right. She's like, we don't need no stupid dragon to make a Mulan movie. It's going to be great. Play that clip, James.
Not say that. It wasn't even a good movie.
You and I got into a fight over that. I was like, we need Mushu. I'm like, I ain't watching that movie unless it's got a damn dragon. And that's when we started.
It did not have a dragon in it.
The Mushu cut.
But nor was it good. So there we go.
I've yet to see any Disney live action movie. Remake of an animated.
I feel like next week should just be, we're going to make you choose between one live action remake to watch. Just you have to say you watched one.
Oh God, please don't do that. It's
No,
your month. It's your month.
No, I'm not gonna do that. No. Next.
Reviews of LOTOR anime are comparing it to Rings of Power. Very negative, of course.
But
the Rings of Power was just awful. Like, I don't know. Season 2 might have gone better.
Oh yeah, you didn't watch
season 1 was just
it wasn't. No, it did not go any better.
Like the dialogue was just so bad.
The Rings of Power felt like it was fanfic. Feels like it's fan fiction.
Yeah, it did. Doesn't have like I don't know. Amanda also can't tell the difference between.
That's a mistake.
But that was true.
Do not boo Falcor. Wait, no, I would never do that.
She just doesn't like Mushu. Looney Tunes Day the Earth Blew Up, the big screen movie trailer expected to drop this week. It's spoofed at 60. I didn't even hear about this. That sounds awesome. Don't do it. No. # Disney slowly. Oh my God, Tina, I can't read all that. That's not how hashtags work.
Is the live action of Tangled. So that's the other one they just announced. I put it on my Instagram. Again,
I miss hand-drawn animation. I wish they go back to that.
Why? I mean, we don't need Mandy Moore. Like, you're gonna have to. You can't cast Mandy Moore and Zachary Levi. I don't think you can cast Zachary Levi in a lot of things these days. Because I feel like he's been halfway canceled. I don't know. I feel like
he's halfway canceled because of Shazam too. What do you do?
No, not because of that. I think because of who he's like his support.
Are people getting canceled because of? Oh, never mind. You know what?
You know what I mean. We're not gonna talk about it.
I just.
I don't know if Rings of Power got better, William. I
don't even like that guy, but I don't think that's a fair. Anyway, the Rings of Power got better. Please. Oh, so see, some people were saying it got better. I thought the first season was awful, and I remember when Amanda said, "Hey, do you want to review Rings of Power?"
Yeah.
I said the only way I will watch that show is if you make me watch it and review it because I have no interest in it. And somehow we avoided it. # save from the proposal. # save from Rings of Power season 2. But if people are saying season 2 got better, then I don't mind giving it a shot. I saw what's his name? Thank you for the super chat, Bruce. Rings of Power is fan fiction. So are Star Wars movies, TV shows, and Marvel comics.
Well,
that is true. That is true.
You're not wrong. I'm just saying it reads more like I don't know. I know
I know what you're saying. It reads like AI helped write that script. That was my problem.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
How you doing, buddy? I haven't seen you for a while.
I'm assuming I'm friend.
Friend. I don't trust things since the will.
That's
what I was about to say. So I saw that. What is his name? Oh my God, Amanda. What's his name? Willow. What's his name? Come on now, Wicket.
Holy crap! Yeah, I know.
I'm drinking. You're drinking water, so there's no excuse for you.
No, but I wasn't expected to know. Oh my gosh!
I almost said Wilfred. That's Diabetes guy. What is his name? The guy that played Willow.
Yeah, I know exactly. I know, and I know his name.
Come on, Amanda. You're the movie.
It's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill me. I know his name because he's in Harry Potter too. And
okay, nobody remembers him from Warwick Davis. Thank you, internet. Not Warren. Not you were so close.
I was Wallace.
I like Warren.
Luigi. At this point, that's
I saw that he tweeted like a behind the scenes picture. He retweeted it or he saw it somewhere, and it just brought back a lot of memories how Disney treated the show and how wrong they did the show.
They did. I think.
Let me tell you. Bruce can attest to this. You can't even watch that show. They pulled it from Disney Plus. Yep. There is no physical release. That means it is gone. I mean, it's the internet, right? We will find a way.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll show up on YouTube.
Okay, everybody, shut up for a second. Virgin River's back next week, December 19th. Well, guess what I'll be doing all day December 19th? What day is that?
The Friday, I think.
December 19th. No, it is Thursday.
Thursday. Well, that sounds like a good Thursday plan. You know what else they're remaking? Because that was the big thing is American Psycho, and they're remaking it.
The movie?
Austin Butler's getting Patrick Bateman. Yeah. Again, I don't know why we're remaking American Psycho. I thought the first one is iconic.
The second one had the what's her name from '70s show, Mina Kunis, right? She was the character that. Yeah, I love that movie. The first movie is great.
Yeah, I don't know why we're remaking that either. So it goes back to we have just lost all original thought, and I feel like Disney's going to be playing it safe for a while.
I think you and I actually did a video on this maybe 5 or 6 years ago, about remakes and what was it? Remakes and reboots. And I think at the end of that video, we both came to the conclusion that it's, I think the idea is to introduce a new era to this IP, to these stories. And because I see people bitching about like anime that's being remade, like Ranma. Ranma is based on the manga, and why are they redoing that? And I think it's to introduce a whole new era to the series. For me, it makes me happy because I get to see new products being released with Ranma characters, so that's good.
Yeah.
Bruce, surprised the Willow TV. Thank you for super chat, buddy. TV series not making a reappearance as the movie was released on 4K yesterday. That's right, and that 4K steelbook is expensive as hell. Damn it.
Yeah.
Running Man is getting a remake. I'm down for Jim Carrey and Grinch too. No, thank you.
What? No, thank you. That Grinch scares the crap out of me.
Yeah. Dude, I took screenshots of Willow to just text Amanda and a new version. I'm like, these chicks are wearing jeans and overalls.
No. What was the idea of trying to? Yes.
I remember when Melanie walked in when I was watching that scene of Willow, and she thought that he had stepped into a portal that brought him to Earth, like because they were wearing like jeans and.
I mean,
the New American Psycho is meant to be an interpretation of the source novel.
Source novel.
Yeah, based on the novel.
So it could be different, so they could just interpret it differently. What?
Yeah, I don't know. Total Recall. I've never seen the remake.
I don't think I've seen the remake either.
Where's the Cloak and Dagger remake? Michael Mann has said his next film is going to be Heat 2. He's been saying that for years, though, right? That should have been a better concept than what we got. Seeing tons of stuff on social media about how great Batman Dark Patterns is. Man, it was Batman Dark Patterns.
First I've ever heard of it.
Look, so if any Fallout Boy guys,
that's not true. That's not true. I used
to get my movie news from Amanda. Now I just get stupid stickers of Patrick and Pete. And I don't even know who these two dudes are. And I met one of them. Found Willow, the 4K disc for under $40 today.
Of course, I wouldn't know that off the top of my head.
You bought it.
The new comic book
you bought it for $65 at the Rainforest. Where'd you find it for 4K? Is it the Steelbook though, Bruce? Send me a link. Out of curiosity, Michael Mann confirmed that Heat 2 will be a thing in the interview last week. Well, good. He's been working on that forever, man. I love those movies. Or the first movie was solid. And I like Michael Mann. Guy's a great director. Okay, let's see. What other movie news have I seen?
Those are the big stories that I have seen.
There's something else that I wanted to talk to you about, and
what was that?
I don't know. I can't.
Jim Carrey retiring, if he's going to retire or not?
Nope, that's not what I was going to talk to you about.
Okay.
if that's what you're wanting to talk about, sure.
No, it's fine. I mean, he can retire if he wants to. I feel like he's made enough money.
He's earned it. He's earned it.
Yeah, he's really done his time. I think he's good.
So you haven't seen Skeleton Crew? I need to start watching.
No, I did. I've started watching the first.
Oh, and Creature Commandos. I need to start watching that too.
I have to rewatch that. I watched the first 2 episodes, but I wasn't paying attention enough, so I need to rewatch that as well.
The Colin Farrell Total Recall is far closer to the Phil K. Dick story. We'll remember it for you. Wholesale. I had no idea that there was a remake.
Oh, wait. No, I haven't seen that film. Because that was when Colin Farrell was pretty big. It was like after the phone booth and stuff, right? Came out.
You're talking to Project Mike, is that on?
Yeah, probably. Not to you.
Omar, 5 states have opened up a new video rental store. They rent DVD, Blu-rays, and VHS. And VHS 30% off rentals. that's what's up, man. I don't understand VHS revival, but hey, there's a lot of movies that have never come out on DVD, still in VHS. A lot of horror movies that went straight to video back in the 80s. Omar, the new Batman title, the first issue just came out. Oh, okay. Thank you. This Saturday, December 14th, will be the Jerks 45th anniversary. That's a random.
Thank you for that.
Very random.
Do something that we should know about. We should. Yes,
Jim Carrey. Yeah, he lost his fiance a couple of years ago, didn't he?
I think so.
Have you seen Thief? No. What is Thief? The Wizard is 35 years old. 35 years old. Have you seen The Wizard?
Mm-mm.
Fred Savage. It's a commercial for Super Mario Brothers 3.
No, I do not think I've ever seen that.
Before the internet.
Was it Fred Savage as a child still?
It is Fred Savage as a child, and it's got the power glove. It's so bad. But the reason all of us went to go see it was the first time we saw Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah.
Like they premiered, there was no commercial, there was no internet with footage. They were premiering Super Mario Brothers 3.
Wow.
And it was like you can't remake that kind of hype these days because we have the internet, right?
Yeah.
You don't even have to go to the movie theater to watch trailers anymore. You just premiere it online, right? But back then, man, it was the coolest thing. It was not a good movie at all. Do I own it on Blu-ray? You damn right. I have the collector's. I have a special place in my heart for that movie. Omar, I know you've thought about writing and drawing your own comics. Have you ever thought about creating your own imprint company to publish comics?
Have you?
I did. Just because I've learned so much over the years, it's still difficult. You would need a lot of backing to do something like that. Wow. It would be really cool, though. Yeah, that is something that I have thought about, Kane. Thank you for asking. Thank you for remembering. Yeah, my brother and I actually are meeting up soon to actually start working on something again.
Really?
Yeah, it's been a while since we have. Super Mario Brother 3. Oh, Super Mario Brother 3. Absolutely. One of the most perfect games ever made, man. The Wizard also had I think he was uncredited, right? Tobey Maguire. He's in he's in the scene at the stairs.
That's amazing.
Link sent to your Patreon. It is now $43.49, almost sold out. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. I will go and look.
He's like, I gotta go do that.
Out of curiosity, I know it's a reskin, but wish we got more Super Mario Brothers 2 games. Yeah, people did not like that game. Super Mario Bros. 3 is the best Mario ever made. What a jump it was. Oh, it was crazy.
Yeah,
man, it's a road trip movie to get to a video game tournament.
I do love a good road trip movie.
That is the plot. Why do you own the Blu-ray? Because it's nostalgia, man. It's the first time I saw Super Mario Brothers 3.
It is interesting to see beyond like the rental stores or bookstores are starting to pop up more too. There's been an increase in those as well because people are preferring, especially when there's all these special editions now of not got them all. Not the glow in the dark one.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm talking about like novels. Like, my sister has probably 5 or 6 versions of the same dark romantasy novel like trilogy because they come out with different imprints and they have like the different pictures on the pages and on the edges and they have different covers and all that stuff. So then people buy them like crazy. It's insane.
It's crazy. Do you remember the plot to She's Got Mail? Or
You've Got Mail. Yes.
You Got Mail, where the big chains are closing out these little stores. Yep. And now we've seen a resurgence of little stores opening up because big stores take a lot of money to keep open, right? Whereas a little bookstore, they're opening back up. I love that, man. I love hearing that. Yeah. I love what Saturday Morning Fan said about VHS. I'm not, there are some movies that are still on VHS. It's crazy that VHS is a thing again. Only one of my friends' kid is into it. Now, a lot of my friends' kids are into CDs and vinyl. And two of my oldest daughter friend, we got 2 of her friends. They're into tapes, like music tapes. Yeah, I was like, that's so cool. Physical media doesn't vanish off
Yeah.
off yourself in the middle of the night, among other things. Yeah, there's no walking away with Willow season 1. Welcome. It's something I've thought about since you have a special NMC cover for Extremity. Thank you so much. Ken, you're such a sweetheart. Omar, sorry about the off topic. That's okay, but I know you're a Transformers fan.
Is this
obviously?
Wait,
Yes.
is the actual author, or is it someone who's just using the name?
What is Paulo? What has he written?
It's like they're like inspirational books that a lot of people.
I'll let
The
you.
Alchemist is the most famous one. Have you ever heard of The Alchemist?
I know what an alchemist is. I know what a Full Metal Alchemist is.
Well, not the same thing, but close enough.
The compendium of the first 24 GI.
That was his most famous.
I think it's the first 50. Oh no, it's whatever half the series is. I think there's only going to be 2 of them. But yeah, the compendium, I believe it's next year. Yeah, it's not solicited yet, but it is in the catalog, Paulo. And if you're the writer of the famous not Full Metal Alchemist book series, that's awesome. The famous one is Brazilian. I'm Portuguese, but you speak Brazilian. There we go. Yeah. You speak Portuguese.
That's so cool. That's cool.
What an honest answer. I was at Target tonight. They did stop selling movies. Yep.
They do.
I was there on Black Friday, and they had a tiny shelf of physical movies, and it broke my heart.
Yeah, and they don't sell a lot of they have mostly books. They do have vinyls, not as much as they used to probably have. I'm assuming
that's what's up, William. I'm glad you collect CDs. Yeah, my daughters both have a CD collection.
That's crazy.
It's cool. They both have CD players. Like, I love it, man. How come DC Comics has not published a Firestorm Omnibus Compendium? Probably because they don't think the character's very marketable, but I bet he gets a DC Finest collection. VHS fans are called tape heads. Yes, they have a nickname. That's awesome. Weird, but great. That means that a lot of these movies will not die. A lot of these weird horror movies, that obscure horror movies straight to VHS, won't die.
Exactly.
Somebody will be buying them. You're welcome, Omar. Also, much love for you this Friday. I know how much you're loved. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Kane. You're so sweet. Yeah. Let's see. Is there anything else we need to talk about tonight?
No, I think that is all we have for tonight.
That's all we have for tonight.
Next week will be fun because
will it? Why will it be fun?
Well, I do want us to review War of the Rohirrim, and if we get a chance to see Craven, we talked about also trying to see that for the pure.
We'll do a double review on Sunday.
Yes, Sunday night. We could do a double review.
I ain't got nothing going on.
I gotta make cookies during the day.
How long is it gonna take you to make damn cookies?
I don't know. With big people in the kitchen, and
I come to your house and eat some cookies, and then we review whatever we were just talking about.
That's good. Let's do that. And then Wednesday, because we're getting close to Christmas, we are going to let you guys decide which of my favorite Christmas movies we are going to review for next Wednesday.
What are your favorite Christmas movies?
For that, you just have to go back to our tier maker episode to figure out what we're going to put on there.
I have avoided that movie for decades. What are my favorite Transformer characters? Oh my gosh, dude. Hot Rod. Absolutely love Hot Rod. G1. I actually like Trax. Starscream, of course. And Sideswipe. Those are my favorite. Ironhide. The older I get.
Wait. Tina, she can make cookies for Saturday. This is a Sunday thing my mother-in-law is doing with some of the women in the family. It's a totally separate thing. So,
anybody else want to make cookies? I'll eat them.
Cookies I would love her to make cookies for Saturday. That sounds fantastic.
We'll let our viewers make cookies and ship them to us, and we will have a cake.
You can come help make cookies.
Anybody else want to come over to make some cookies? Come over. We'll put Amanda's address in the.
No, don't do that. Don't dox me.
Doxing? Is that doxing?
Yes.
Speaking of that movie, go to the post office.
Oh yeah, didn't you?
No. Bruce, I gave Amanda one of the cards, and I got the other card.
I love the card that you gave me.
Why do I need to go to the post office? Because there should be no more of that movie. Oh my god! If you got me some freaking love doll with dick holes of Will Ferrell. I'm gonna give it to you. Dark Wars, Star Wars holiday special. I'm interested in Tina's milkshake.
What? Okay.
No, she's got. It's a Patreon member. We get cookies.
That's a
yeah.
great
All you gotta do is
decision.
fly down
That's
there.
a more decision. He runs the Patreon.
Send a box to Portugal. I'm gonna let Amanda pay for that because I just pay for a lot of shipping overseas for books. So yeah, Logan was singing with Zach from High School Musical. Look at Amadeus. What we're doing
That's
again.
right, Amadeus. That's so true.
Got more Madam Web DVD. Oh my God.
Man, Zac Efron was my
Do
pick.
not give him ideas.
When we were doing that, I'm saying he's not going to be John.
No, just a movie, but in 4K. No, Bruce.
Storm.
Oh God!
If it gets chosen, if it's on the list, and
I hope we put another Adam Sandler movie on that list. So like 8.
There's only one I would put. That's eight Crazy Nights.
Yes, I hope that wins.
Like,
I wanted to watch these stupid
no,
movies.
I was thinking like it was gonna be like Elle. It was gonna be this Christmas with the Chris Brown.
Craven time. We are gonna go watch Craven sometime. Maybe no. Well, Amanda's making cookies on Sunday, so
yes,
maybe some other time. I don't know. But that's it, everybody. I'm gonna let Amanda sign us off. Take it away, Amanda.
All
Ain't gonna happen, James.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Remember to follow us on all of our social media channels at nearmintcon. Remember to check out on Spread Shop for some great Near Mint Condition merchandise, and also check it out on Patreon. For $1 a month or more, you can support us here and what we do and get some really cool perks along the way. And last but not least, why is it classic cool? It must be Near Mint. That is
Why not?
Till all are one.
Yeah, you forgot what you were gonna say.
If you feel it,
her eyes are up here, Amanda.
Chase it. Oh my God. If you feel it, chase it. And I'm out. Peace.
I'm out too. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for watching.